You can study in the morning, you can study at night. You can study outside by a campfire light. You can study with the rabbi.
I consider myself to be a bit of an education snob. Not because I know any more than anyone else, but because I've watched children experience real learning, transformative, meaningful, empowering learning. And I've seen other children, sometimes those same children in other settings, experience dried out, pointless, rote, not learning. I can't even call it learning. And it's so frustrating to me to know that we have the tools out there, we have the research out there that shows us how to inspire real learning, profound, transformative learning, and yet so many schools don't use it. Today, I had the honor of visiting one school that is using it. I was at Turtle River Montessori in Jupiter, Florida. This is a tiny little school, just over 200 students, that doesn't really market itself. If you're looking for it, you'll find it, but if you're not looking for it, it may not show up on your radar screen. And I have to tell you, I was blown away. I was really moved. I was touched when I walked in. The first thing I noticed when I walked in was to the right under the staircase, was a little reading nook with these comfy little chairs and a beautiful little light. There was greenery everywhere, and it wasn't fake. It was real greenery that the students took care of, gardens outside. It's a green school, so they took the water from the air conditioning unit. They filled a pond that the middle school science curriculum used as a part of its curriculum, and then that pond fed the gardens that the children were planting. I walked into about 4 or 5 classrooms, and in every single classroom, every single child was engaged. Every single child was doing something, and in not one of the classrooms was a teacher standing at the front engaging them. They were engaging themselves. I saw teachers sitting at a table with 4 or 5 kids around her. I saw students working together on a project. I saw a few students sitting alone, a couple students sitting off together, having a snack. Every single child was engaged, and they were all learning on their own. It was magical to see. One of the pieces that I saw was a group of students were sitting with numbered blocks, 1 through 100, and a tray. And they had to put them in order, or they were putting them in order. I don't know what they had to do. They were putting them in order, and they got to about 63. And then there was a stop. They didn't do 64 through 69, but they put 70 at the end. And in the next line, it's 71, 72, 73, 74. And I was astonished that they were able to make that leap, that they were able to skip those numbers and yet know where the other numbers went. And they did it without any teachers around helping them. Our children have such profound gifts to learn, to explore, to discover the world around them. And I fear that our current education system is just squelching that. We're destroying it. Children, when they're young, can't wait to touch and feel and explore and discover and ask. And when they hit 10, 11, 12 years old, the only questions they ask are, will this count on my test? Will this affect my grade? What I saw today was really inspiring. It inspired me to go back to what I know is true about education and what I want for my own children, and to help be a part of the movement to create a world that teaches our children. Vishinantam levanecha, teach your children diligently, not by constantly shoving information down their throats, not by lecturing to them, not by testing and punishing, but by encouraging, by inspiring, and by empowering. So I want to thank the Turtle River Montessori for allowing me to come visit today. And I want to thank you for the amazing work that you're doing, the inspiration that you gave to me today and that you give to your kids every single day.
Let's talk some Torah. It's okay, as you will see, that we're bound to disagree. Don't have to see eye to eye to make the Torah come alive. Now that I've had my say, let's not waste the whole day.